Okay, so hello guys. Today I would be talking about a very important aspect of placements. If you are an Indian student, especially in this 2024 batch student, and if you're basically trying to crack a company in this period of recession and this terrible IT job market, I suppose that you are actually going through a lot of rejection, and this would be especially true if you are, just like me, belonging to a tier three private engineering colleges. So you must be, getting this lot of rejection and all. So now, the basis for all of this rejection is that your resume not getting shortlisted, right? So, uh, there's of course, I would not like to speak a lot and make this video unnecessarily large. So I would like to just cover this entire thing up within 10 minutes, I guess. I would be basically talking about what is exactly going wrong in this particular market at this moment, as to why so many of you people's CVs and resumes are not getting shortlisted in off-campus drives. So, see, right now the moment is such that this entire 30 plus LPA domain, basically this is exactly where all those big companies, be it be Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, Microsoft. So these companies have totally locked out their entire, recruitment drives and all. Okay. So no matter how much coding you know, no matter how much, good of a developer you are, doesn't matter, they just won't hire. Okay. So, the top developers of the top, software engineers, IT domain engineers, they simply cannot enter this particular category, because they simply won't hire. Okay. Like, forget about hiring. These people are basically, laying off a large chunk of their workforces. So, this is a big no. Like, okay. So what's happening is that all of those so-called good developers who would be in this particular category, since this entire position is locked up, so they are hopping up to the next domain that is a bit lesser package companies like 12 to maybe 8 LPA, 9 LPA, 11 LPA, 12 LPA. These packages, these the candidates who are supposed to get 30 LPA jobs, they are actually applying for the 12 LPA packages and all. And eventually, of course, so the guys who generally belong to this domain, they won't be getting the jobs, right, because of course they have to compete with much talented candidates. So what these people are doing is that they are eventually hopping down to this sector, okay, like the below 6 LPA mass recruitment sectors like BT, CS, Infosys, Wipro. Eventually, these companies are, recruiting very, very less number of candidates this year, but like I suppose, the point which I'm trying to make is clear to you. This almost like a domino effect, Since this market is closed, the very bright students, they are coming here. Eventually, the comparatively, they are good, but eventually not the best. They are hopping out here. So, like the general average engineering freshers, who are supposed to be in this domain, they are simply not getting any chance, okay, because of people's of, much good colleges, people who have much more talent, they're just simply competing in this particular sector. So, what would happen to these particular category of engineers who are supposed to be getting job in this particular below 6 LPA section, be it be 3 LPA, 3.5 LPA, 4 LPA? So, what happening is that whenever you people of I suppose that your college's placement aren't going great like that. That's the reason why you people are applying to the off-campus jobs, right? So, in off-campus job, uh, whenever you guys are, uploading your CV, okay, they're getting simply rejected. Like I'm going to show you an example. For example, look at the CV, okay. So this is a very humble CV. Honestly, this is not like a CV of a very top-notch student or something like this. This is a very, very average student CV. Okay, like an average student of a tier three private engineering college. Now, see, so this guy have written down his skills that programming in Java, data structure and algorithm, SQL, okay, HTML, CSS, computer network, this and that. So whenever this particular CV would be uploaded, okay, for an off-campus drive, this would be getting rejected immediately. Now you must be asking why? What's wrong with that? Okay, because of course it's not like I'm applying for a above 10 LPA package. I'm just applying for a very humble job like a 3 LPA, 4 LPA package job. Why is it still getting rejected? Okay, see, the reason I already told you previously, because already people who have a much higher skill level than you are simply competing in that same sector. So there is no chance you will get the job. So what would you do to get the job? Okay, now look, the thing is that, for instance, again, let me give you this example. So this guy have displayed all of this. This guy claims that he has skill. He knows Java, he knows data structure and algorithm, he knows SQL, he knows computer network, he knows HTML, CSS, but where is the proof of that? He has simply not given any proof in this entire CV that he knows this. Nowadays, in this particular, in these tough situations, there is no way a company is going to shortlist or accept your CV unless and until you provide a rock solid proof that, okay, I know this skill. Look, I have done projects based on these whatever skills I have displayed, and hence I am very worthy to be the employee of this company. Now, this is exactly why most people are getting beaten because they are not doing an internship, they are not doing any project. Projects and internship is a compulsory, no matter how much less package job you are applying for, be it be 2.8 LPA, be it be 3.5 LPA, it doesn't matter. Because if you have to get a job, you need to have some good projects and internship. Okay, so these project and internship sectors are these are the number one sections which gets checked. Okay, while the company is basically checking out your CV. So if these sections, this project section or the internship section is left blank, then there is no chance that your CV is going to be selected. Okay. And for example, this particular guy, okay, for example, I applied to a front-end engineering, like a front-end development job position with this particular CV, right? So see, I have written here programming in Java, that's cool, SQL, HTML, CSS. So all of this, because see, your CV is going to be shortlisted by an, most probably they're not going to be shortlisted by some human. It probably, it's basically automated. It's either an AI or an application, computer application, which is going to shortlist your CV. So that is the entire machine which is basically scanning your CV. So whenever the machine sees that you have, like this particular candidate is applying for a front end development post, and he claims that he have all the necessary skill set in order to be a front end engineer, be it be knowledge of Java, HTML, CSS, SQL, and all. But whenever it checks the project section, it says that he has done a project on IoT. Now, this is completely a mismatch. Okay. If you are showing that you have skills on front end development, but you are doing a project on IoT, this is totally, it's like it's simply not matching with one another. Okay. This is so that AI system, which is basically scanning your CV, it will simply come to the conclusion that you are actually lying in your CV. So this CV is not proved, hence it will be getting rejected. Okay, now you might be saying that, okay, if the company wants proof, why don't they just simply allow me to sit for an interview? Because in an interview, okay, ask me questions about Java, ask me question about SQL, ask me questions about HTML, CSS. Let's see whether I can answer or not. Okay, but you have to keep this thing in mind that in off-campus drives, a large number of candidate applies for a very small amount of vacancies. It is not possible for the company to, take interview of each and every of those huge chunks of candidate. So that's why interview cannot be the proof. You have to provide the proof right inside your resume, right inside your CV. So make sure that your projects and internships are getting aligned with your skill. Okay, or else your CVs ought to be rejected. So you might just simply open YouTube. Okay, for instance, you would like to apply for web development related posts. So simply, make any website. Okay, be it with the front end, be it with the back end, doesn't matter. Just simply, there's a lot of tutorial lying in the YouTube. Just pick one of them, follow the instruction, do whatever they say, make a project. Okay, just don't do it for the sake of doing. Also in the process try to learn certain things so that you could answer stuff in the interview. But yes, projects and internship, even if you have any one of them, that's fine, but make sure that you have at least one of them. It's not like your project section is also blank and internship section is also blank. In that way, it is almost impossible to get a job in this market. I suppose I have clarified the situation. If you got any extra problem, you can just ask me in the comment section. Thank you.